there could be some wild cards in here, right? I mean, we literally just talked about how it seems like there's a lot of experimenting and you got to try a few different things with Coach Bud at the helm. You got a lot of guys you could tap into and some younger guys who might be able to surprise you. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. But Flex, you have an interesting thought when it comes to our friend Ryan Dunn, huh?
I do.
What's your thought?
Oh, yeah?
Look at G. G's laughing.
I think I already know what it is.
G knows I love me some Ryan Dunn. Listen, I think this is going to all depend on, one, Summer League. Okay, we got to see how things shake out in Summer League and obviously through training camp. But if everything I'm hearing behind the scenes about Ryan Dunn is correct, I believe there's an opportunity where you go right to Ryan Dunn early. You say, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. We're going to Book, we're going to Bill, we're going to KD, we're going to Nurk, and Ryan Dunn. We're sticking you on everybody. You're sticking all the best players on all the best teams. We don't care what position. You're that guy. We don't care about your offense. We don't care about your shooting. We want you to be this guy. And guess what? Now Grayson Allen is potentially the best sixth man in basketball. Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen back-to-back off the bench is dangerous. You add in a Monty Morris, and now you might be cooking. Now, that's wishful thinking. This is assuming, G, that Ryan Dunn is as good as advertised and is somewhere in the level of a Mikal Bridges type dude right away. And if he is that, then I'm going with him in the starting lineup. But, again, we got to see how things shake out.
Okay.
Talk to me.
I'm going to play the internet here.
Okay.
All right. Brother can't shoot.
Okay.
How are you going to play him out there?
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
According to what he said.
Hold on.
Yeah. Listen, he had some really exciting. He was excited to prove everyone wrong yesterday. James Jones said some nice things about him yesterday.
What are they supposed to say? Allegedly. I got statistics, as Gerald likes to say, and they ain't good from deep. So why am I supposed to believe that won't be a hindrance to him starting?
So that's a great question. Okay, and I do think it's because similar to Josh Okogie last year, the case that we made for him was his lack of shooting is mitigated if you are playing him with three central gravity hubs of the big three, like superstars that are going to demand attention. You might be able to get away if he can't shoot. If the shooting is as bad as we fear it might be, putting him with the big three might alleviate some of those concerns where you're sticking him in a dunker spot roll or a roller roll or screen or whatever and trying to alleviate that concern that way. But I do hear you. I personally think the shooting and the offense is still going to need to come along for that to happen.
Yeah.
But that would be the argument is that like if you put him next to those three, the shooting concerns aren't as great because they have to focus on stopping those three.
Well, as part of the argument too, Flex, that if he's out there being the point of attack defender, taking on the toughest defensive assignment, you're not making Kevin Durant do that, so he might be even more effective, which is tough. He was effective last year, but even more effective offensively where it doesn't put that much pressure on Dunn.
Yeah, no, I think you look at the whole thing. You look at less pressure on Book, Beal, and Dunn. I mean, and KD, because he could perceivably be guarding any one of those guys, man, on any given night. The NBA's unique. You know, it could be Kyrie one night, Luka the next night, Anthony Edwards. So Dunn is that Swiss Army knife that you can go in and say, you take that guy, and now that guy on offense is a little freed up because he doesn't have to work so hard on defense. I'm with you, G. The shooting has to come around, right? I do get that. I push back a little bit on the Okogie thing. People keep saying he's Josh Okogie.
Right.
If Josh Okogie was 6'7", like Ryan Dunn, Josh Okogie will not be signing a little bit more than the minimum deal right now. I'm very confident in saying that. Josh is a good basketball player, but he's 6'2". That's like saying if Devin Booker was not 6'6" and he was 6'2", he wouldn't be Devin Booker. I'll tell you that right now. Devin would not be Devin if he was 4 inches shorter, right? So he'd be probably Tyrese Maxey, but that's a whole nother point, right? But I do think that Summer League, here's what I want to see, G. This could be completely off, and this could be nowhere near able to happen based on the jump shot thing. But is it crazy for me to go to Summer League and say, hey, Ryan, man, put him up? I want 5 threes a game in Summer League. I don't give a damn if you don't make them. I don't care if we lose by 30. It's Summer League. Go out there, put 5 up a game. Force the issue.
Hold on. That shit ain't crazy. We watched Dragan Bender play point guard in Summer League when they were scrambling to figure out if he could be anything.
So I do want to see it in the context of the role that he would have. I don't want him like trying to do shit off the dribble or like forcing threes. I do want to see, like, if somebody kicks it to you and you have space in a catch and shoot situation, I want to see what you can do. I want to see you in the corner and you get an open look. I want to see you knock that down. I think I do. I want to see him shoot. I want to see how he shoots at Summer League, but I do want it to be in similar scenarios that he might see with the Suns, which is hard to replicate because they don't have guys on this Summer League roster that are going to create that same gravity for him. But that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Also, you're talking about later on in the season, not to start the season, correct?
Oh no, I'm talking.
No, he's talking now.
I'm talking about from. I'm talking about. Here's what I'm saying.
I was going to say it makes sense a little bit later on in the season. You have some time to build up that confidence. You have some time to show, not just because Summer League is very valuable, but again, it's Summer League. You're not playing against veteran NBA players who have far more talent and skill than all of the rookie class. You know what I mean? But I could see by maybe December, if he's really been able to prove that, why not?
Pie in the sky. He goes to Summer League. He's first team all Summer League. He's a defensive monster, and he shows that he can shoot 30% from three. Okay, then that translates to training camp. And now you're in training camp, and guys like Devin Booker, Brad Beal, and Kevin Durant are walking to Bud's office and saying, hey, man, this guy's pretty damn good. This guy is giving us all we can handle in practice. There's no reason to think or overthink this. This kid can go out there day one and make hell for Anthony Edwards and some of these guys. That's everything working out. We hit on everything. Do I think that's likely? Probably not. But I'm not rolling it out, so that's why I'm saying let's have fun in Summer League and see how this kid develops. Maybe we get surprised.
Okay, so what's the minimum 3-point percentage he needs to be at for the most part consistently in order to win that fifth starting spot?
30% for me. You shoot 30. You can make if you can make 30% to start day one.
Right. Okay.
I want him to be better than that, but I'm saying forget 30. 1 out of 3. If you're shooting 33%, I can live with that enough that if your defense is that good, I'll live with 32%.
I'd go like 35, 36 probably for me. That's league average, just below league average. That would probably be where I'm at.
Okay.
It's not the 3-point percentage for me.
What is
the free throw percentage.
That's fair.
Because he shot so poorly from the stripe that's going to be an easy out for some teams too if he's got an easy look at the hoop, foul him, right? Like just put him on the line. That's a deficit, and that's where I need to see him start making him first. Because once he does that, I think then the 3-point shooting comes along. It's the free throw shooting that I'll be watching at Summer League and in the preseason and understanding that, because I can deal with that from a guy on my bench. I can't deal with it from a guy in my starting lineup because that can disrupt a lot of things in a lot of ways. So that's where I'm looking with him. I think there is a world where he could start at the beginning of the year, but you have to show promise in that.